what would be really nice would be to just have a little share from everyone, just to see how you found your experience today and how it feels in relation to your intention and maybe yesterday. So it's quite a different experience to what we did yesterday.
It's interesting because my intention was to be less head and heart, or more open to experience, and I think for me that's been a work in progress now for probably several years, and the more I take risks with things, the more confident I am stepping into something that would be outside of my comfort zone. So dancing around in front of other people has been made easier by going to drama therapy workshops where I'm encouraged to do that. So, I think that might be challenging for some people just to come in off the street. I'm the first time to this, but luckily I've been prepared in other ways. But what I'd say to other people, if you're watching, is, what have you got to lose? Take the leap and take a chance. People are supportive. What I like about it is the structure. You've gone around the medicine wheel, there's a set structure to things that feels as if there's, I'm not an anxious person, but I get a sense of where we're going, and it's not open-ended or unsure about where I'm going, so I think that's really, really helpful. I feel really calm after being in the air of the north. My head feels really clear. And, as a counsellor, not just as an experience for myself, I think it would be great for counsellors to come on in terms of their self-help, their self-care, and looking after themselves and tuning in and getting rid of any material that they're carrying around for clients. I think that's really useful. But also, there's stuff for me which I could integrate into my practice. I was mentioning earlier to Gordon, I introduce clients to mindfulness and the idea that if some clients can't stick with parts of their body, that there may be other strategies such as using the chakras and noises and colours associated with that might be helpful. So that's really useful. And it's probably something that I'll look to weave into my own self-care and just play around with and see what fits with me and if it works for me. But I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks.
I'm Susie, and my stress levels have gone right down, which is always good. My intention was to stay in my heart, really, and be authentic as much as I can, be truthful. And I always get that by doing the Shabdi yoga, so singing to the deities. I always find that really helpful, really. You can just not focus on anything else, but just the mantra. And then the Shakti yoga, the toning and focusing on the different parts of the body, checking in how you're feeling. I've been doing this work for about, a year maybe, on and off with Hara. Just like the way she holds the space and creates a really safe space for everybody. It's just really nice to be around, which is really lovely. And after the Shakti yoga, then went into the Bhava yoga, didn't we? Yeah, I'm pretty free in my body. I do lots of yoga anyway, so I always like drumming. I should have brought my drum, I didn't, but I would encourage people to make a drum. Actually, it's a really beautiful practice, just to make the drum and just to sit and meditate and just drumming. It's just really relaxing. And again, another way of getting out of your head and into your heart. And the Nadi yoga, I reckon I can meditate better after I've done these practices, because I find just going straight into meditation sometimes quite difficult. So the sounding and the mantra and the drumming, the dancing, it just helps with then the deeper listening, and that's where the joy is, really, just like tuning back in and just underneath all of that, just going deeper and deeper, and then just really experiencing joy. I really believe we can do that with these practices. So I encourage people to carry on doing them as they do work. Thank you.
Thanks, Hara. It's been really great. Really particularly enjoyed this afternoon doing the drumming and then the Nod yoga. Because my intention was to transform my relationship with my own personal power by coming back to my heart and that really helped me, the drumming and I don't even know where I went with the last one. It was really profound and deep. And I think this morning the preparation with the clearing all the chakras really has helped me a lot. And I sometimes find that quite hard to do that, to stick with it. And to do it on my own I find really hard. I think there's a sort of resistance there in me. Maybe to stay where I am. But I think it's really supportive doing it in a circle, and I'd like to support myself to do that more, really. Just think today was fantastic, and together with yesterday, it's really been 2 very powerful days. So thank you very much.
Yay! I found the drumming just so moving. It just made me want to cry, actually. I felt like we went through all the seasons. I felt like we were doing weather. I could hear raindrops. I could hear leaves falling from the trees. I felt like there was a real surge of fire energy at one point, and it went very soft and flowy, and I kind of felt like everything we've done was expressed through our connection to from our bodies, our hearts to the earth, and I just found the whole thing just really, really beautiful. I mean, that's actually the best experience I've ever had in my life with drumming. That for me, then I just wanted to just really honour that, the way everyone was kind of present and in it together. It just was really beautiful. Loved it. Thank you so much. Amazing.
I kind of want to say thank you, obviously, not just for this, but for all the opportunities you've given me, not to just work with myself. This practice helps you work with yourself. Whereas the other practices I've come across it's more of a lifestyle, a way of being, and using this outside in my life, taking these practices over the last year, I've learned them, just really changed my perspective on myself in very important ways, so thank you. Usually I have a different privilege of being a participant observer because I'm an anthropologist, and I enjoy being in these groups for my own health as well as that. And just today I feel like I really actually began to properly embody it properly and understand it. I feel like finally, now the degree is finished, the dissertation is done, I can put it down for a bit, come centre into this a bit more, solely experience it, and I'm just feeling, although I've got so much understanding of it through observing other people's experience, it's I think it's really important to embody that, and I just feel like I feel so grounded, I feel very at peace. So I think with my mental health and things like that, I never really experience a sense of peace or love, really. But when I do this practice, I don't know any of you personally, really. This gets me so much healthier, so much quicker than the practices I've had at the hospital and other places. And even the academic things I've learned don't quite do the same job quite as quickly or as effectively. So I just really appreciate the opportunity, because I could have not been here today or something, I don't know. So yeah, thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you. I just feel that this kind of things that you do, they might seem simple on the surface. They're just, movements and, making noises, but they really affect you really deeply. And I could feel all the things we've done throughout the day in the silent time. It was just really like a lot of emotions sort of bubbling up, and like it just shaking everything loose. It wasn't clinging on. And I've never done drumming before, and I found that really interesting because I just felt like I was carried by the drum.
Yes.
And how we all kind of connect as well. And so that's the kind of beauty of being in a circle and with other people, because we're all reflecting each other, aren't we? Like we're all like parts of each other. Like it's like nothing's really a coincidence. It's like we're all meant to be here right now. And I felt that kind of, this is small but it's big at the same time. And I know it will stay with me and it will still be working on me for days after. So yeah, it's worth taking the time just to do these things for ourselves, because we don't know what other levels it's touching. It's almost like you just have to trust and be open, and there's no there's no hard work in a way that we have to do. Well, we have to, the hardest thing I guess is just being open and not catching ourselves or mentally sort of, it's just allowing ourselves, and I think then it can work its magic deep.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. I think everyone's just captured really the essence of, if you surrender and let go and allow yourself to just be in the experience and feel it as fully and deeply as you can. The experiences, the practices themselves do the work. We just have to not resist the practices, because these are thousands of years old. These are ancient shamanic sounds that our ancestors knew had power and meaning, and they're the sounds of creation, they're the sounds of the universe.
Even if I don't feel it straight away after a period of time, it always there's always an effect, there's always something to gain from it. Often I don't really feel very much in my body at all, whereas this always brings me back into experiencing the world, and not a lot of other things do that. So, yeah.
Great. So as I said yesterday, I don't think I said today, when we're doing this work, we're releasing a heavy energy from ourselves and raising the vibration in our energy systems. We're repatterning ourselves, we're bringing ourselves into harmony, harmonizing ourselves, tuning ourselves up with sound. And we're not just doing that for ourselves. Each individual is not just doing their own work, we're doing it for one another in circle. And more than that, we're doing it for the whole mandala, for the whole cosmos, for the whole universe, for all beings. So when we lighten ourselves, we bring more light to the earth, to the planet, to all beings. So this is also an act of service, an act of love, karma yoga. It's karma yoga, it's every kind of yoga. It's union, it's, yoga means yoke, union, we're, becoming reconnected. It's reconnection work. And that's why when you said, the drum was carrying you and we were all connected, because we're all entraining with one another. We are literally, our vibrations are harmonizing within us, but also with each other, because that's what these practices do. And then with the earth and with all the subtle realms and with the cosmos. We're aligning ourselves with all of those things, bringing ourselves into harmony in so many ways. And if we could live from that place all the time, we would be always in a place of peace and compassion and love and connection, and everything would be different.